it! Stella's sea cow! Named after the famous Mr. Sea Cow. The year is 1741, and you and a couple of buddies happen to find yourselves shipwrecked on Bering Island. Whoopsie daisy. And that's when you see it! A really big hecking cow! What? One that will meet the fate of the dodo in 25 years. You see, Stella's sea cows were a truly magnificent animal. Coming from the Sirenia order, Stella's sea cows were actually very closely related to dugongs and manatees. Except unlike their tropical cousins, Stella's sea cows actually preferred the very cozy and warm waters of an island off the coast of Russia. The heck was it doing up there? Sea cows actually fit a very specific niche, floating on the surface of the ocean, munching on any kelp or seagrass that happens to be floating up there with them, as they were actually far too buoyant to actually dive any further down into the ocean. This did, unfortunately, ultimately lead to their demise, as they just couldn't escape into deeper waters from hunters. Although apparently their blubber was far too thick for some hunting methods at the time, so that gave them a bit of an advantage. Just a little bit. And it's believed this blubber actually gave them additional protection against natural predators. Although we don't actually know what those predators would have been, we believe it could have most likely been orcas, but unfortunately, most of our knowledge comes from 1941, so there's not really been much chance to research them, unfortunately. And we also don't know the exact effects that it had on its ecosystem. We believe biodiversity may have been affected somewhat by their sudden disappearance because of hunting. Like I said, dodo. Although we do thankfully have some remnants of this animal left, specifically in the London Natural History Museum, where I got to see the skeleton of one firsthand. And let me tell you, they are quite a big lad. And coming in about 30 feet in length, it's really fascinating to see such a large animal fill such an isolated and unique niche in its ecosystem, as it was estimated that there was only about 2,000 left by the time we found them in the first place. Although small correction to the previous skates video I made, cow nose rays do indeed have stinging barbs. That's my bad. I've been working with a lot of cow nose rays in captivity recently, which do have their stinging barbs removed. They're still just silly little guys, though. I love them so much.